Hello Rams, depending on when you're watching this episode, good morning, good afternoon, or good evening. I'm Courtney Richards, one of your WCU Weekly hosts for this year, giving you the opening segment of today's episode. If at any point you would like to watch our 2 previous episodes, use the link below to catch up on some important information brought to you by WCU Weekly. We hope as you are watching our content that you find it exciting to get involved on campus and that you learn new information about WCU. Log on to Ram Connect this week to learn about some exciting events such as the SAC Virtual Escape Rooms, Explore Community Connections Meeting, Introduction to Hiking, and so much more. For all of those who attended the WCU Studios meeting on September 9th, we hope you enjoyed it and decide to become a new member of the WCU Weekly family. If at any point you have any questions, just shoot us an email at wcustudiosclub@gmail.com. Or if you would like to sign up to be a part of WCU Weekly, just head over to Ram Connect. For this week's episode, we have Sharif with sports and Alyssa with multicultural mapping. That leads us to sports. Sharif, take it away.
Hey Rams, I'm Sharif Dawson reporting this week's sports. Long after catching fire and resembling a Stanley Cup contender in February and March, Philadelphia won its first 4 games when hockey resumed, not missing a beat. The Flyers played their way to a top seed in the Eastern Conference and made it through a tough first-round opponent in Montreal. Then, the power play was their weakness and took the life completely out of the team. The Flyers were eliminated in Game 7 in the second round by the New York Islanders, leaving more questions than answers about a season that has showed promise months and even weeks ago. Philadelphia ended its 8-year playoff drought by winning its first series since 2012 and came back from a 3-1 deficit against New York to force a 7th game. They did that despite only scoring 4 power play goals and 52 chances in the postseason and going 0 for 13 in the Islanders series. The Flyers did get an emotional boost when Oscar Lindblom returned to the lineup for Game 6, just 2 months after completing treatments for a rare form of bone cancer. But they weren't able to play long enough for him to help try and end the franchise title drought that dates back to 1975. The season practically ended after the Flyers allowed an Islanders goal midway through the first period and could never muster a response. That seemed to trouble head coach Alan Vinegar as his team fought so hard to get back in the series. Despite not reaching the Eastern Conference Final, this playoff showing should benefit Carter Hart, who showed he could be the goalie the organization has been looking for. While turning 23 in the bubble, Hart put up a 2.23 goals against average and a .926 save percentage in his first NHL playoff action. This team expects to make some changes in the offseason, and Coach of the Year runner-up Alan Vinegar and the players are not ready to give themselves any more victories after their playoff exit, especially not knowing what the future will bring. That's all I have for today. Make sure you guys stay active, healthy, and motivated. Until next time, I'm Sharif Dawson.
What's up, Westchester, and welcome back to another segment of Multicultural Mapping. I'm your host, Alyssa Baker. Now, with the school year already underway, many organizations are starting to have programs. So, here's an update on just some of the programs happening this month. First, with the big election coming up in November, the National Council of Negro Women wants to ensure that everyone is informed. They will be having a voter awareness program September 15th at 7:30. At this program, they will be discussing topics such as where and how to vote and important deadlines to keep track of. Also, in order to give students a fun and stress-free night, the Latin American Student Organization will be having Loteria Night. This fun game night will be happening September 21st, also at 7:30. However, spots are limited, so be sure to register for this fun event so you don't miss out. Both of these events will be happening via Zoom. However, these are not the only fun-filled and information-packed programs to attend. You can visit Instagram or Ram Connect for more information and to stay up to date on what's happening. Alright, that's it for this week's Multicultural Mapping. I'm your host, Alyssa Baker. Thanks for tuning in.
Hi Westchester University, I'm Zaya Morrell. And unfortunately, that concludes this week's episode of WCU Weekly. We hope that we gave you new and exciting information on this week's happenings and that you enjoyed watching the 3rd episode of the Fall 2020 semester. As always, it's been a pleasure giving you guys the inside details on WCU news and current events that are going on in Westchester. If you haven't already, follow us on Instagram at WCU Weekly to be consistently updated on the events throughout the semester mentioned by Courtney. If you would like to get more involved with WCU Weekly, send us an email at wcustudiosclub@gmail.com.
Signing off for this week, I'm Zaya Morel. Have a great week, guys.